Hi, I'm Dusty Gibbs with Gibbs Garden Center, and today we're going to show you exactly how it is that we plant this mixed hanging basket that you see here in front of you. Alright, I've got a 16-inch all-stram hanging basket. I've already got my backdoor potting soil in it. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this Fertilome Premium Bedding Plant Food, and we're going to put 1 ounce of the fertilizer in that pot, and we're going to incorporate that into the soil, so we want to mix that in. Now also, when you get your dirt in here and get it right, you want it to be about 1 inch below the surface here. That way when you water these baskets, the water's not just shedding off, it actually, the basket will retain a little bit of that water and let it work through the dirt. In this container, we're going to be using 7 plants. We're going to be using 2 of the really red Super Tunias, 2 of the Dreamsicle Super Bales, 2 of the pink Super Bales, and 1 of the Yellow Flame. Now we're going to start off with this, and we're going to put it right in the center of the pot. We're only using 1 of these. As you can see in this, we've just got 1 in it, and it mixes all throughout the pot. So just go ahead and put it right in the center. Now everything else that we're using, we're going to be using 2 of. And again, we want them directly across in that container where they mix throughout, just like you see here. All right, like I said, you're going to want to put, on these, you're going to want to plant them directly across from one another. And as you're planting them, you're going to want to be the top of your dirt line to be the top of the dirt in this basket also. So you don't want this sticking way out, or you don't want to get it too deep and bury up around the actual plant itself. Like I said, it's handy to have an extra container sitting around. That way if you've got a little bit too much dirt in there for what you're adding back, you can just, you'll have something to pitch it in. Also, I picked this Yellow Flame on purpose. It's a little bit leggy, and I'm going to show you how to cut it back so it will mix evenly throughout that container. If we left this just like it is, this flame would kind of take over the center. Instead of it being mixed throughout, you would see it as just in one spot pretty much in the center of that container. So to keep it from doing that, we're going to cut some of it back. Now we're not going to want to just gather it and cut it back like we do some of the stuff that we cut, but these long runners on it, and I picked this on purpose because I've got some here that's more compact, but on these long runners, just follow those down into the center of the plant and just cut those off, those longest ones. And as long as everything else is pretty much compact like it is, then it should mix pretty even throughout and give you this type of basket, the look that you're looking for here. Now in addition to the fertilizer we've already used, you're going to want to use some Osmocote, about 3 tablespoons of Osmocote, and just mix it around throughout the basket. Now this is a time release prill, and it would probably tell you on this container that it's going to last 3 to 4 months. But it's heat activated, and us being in a southern climate like we are, they don't seem to last that long. I would look for about 2 months, so I'd reuse this about every 2 months. Also, you're going to want to use a water-soluble fertilizer. Fertilome has a 20-20-20 water-soluble fertilizer, and if you're wanting to achieve the look that you see here, you're going to want to also use that every 7 to 10 days. Now, these plants are heavy, heavy feeders, and every year, never fail, someone comes in and their plants have stopped blooming, and the first question we ask is, have you fertilized? And most of the time the answer is no. Well, that's the reason. If you're not going to be willing to fertilize, you're not going to achieve these results. So you've got to be heavy on the fertilizer. And like I said, that water-soluble fertilizer you're going to want to use every 7 to 10 days. So pretty much all we like here is putting our hanger on and watering it in. Now make sure and keep up with your tags. You can get those together and stick them in and kind of get them in there deep so you don't lose them throughout the growing season. They don't get knocked out or whatnot. That way you can always go back and reference that and look and see what it is that you liked about that mixed basket, or something else you might want to put in there. You'll have a way of knowing what you've got in there. So that's pretty much all there is to it. We truly appreciate you tuning in, and if we can ever help you with anything, please let us know. You can keep up with us on our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and keep an eye on our YouTube video for upcoming videos. And you can always check us out on our website at gibbsgardencenter.com.